2021 selection of the Wings to Fly Scholarship Program and Elimu Scholars by Equity Group Foundation and partners involved long interview days and home verification visits deep into inaccessible parts of informal settlements in Nairobi. Scholars who sat the Kenya Certificate of Primary Education (KCP) exams and scored over 350 marks were eligible to apply for Wings to Fly scholarships, while those who managed over 280 marks were encouraged to seek Elimu scholarships. At the age of 1, Brian Ochieng survived a fire that burnt their house and affected one of his hands and his face. Despite his disability, Brian does not see himself as different from other people. Brian lives with his father and 4 siblings in a one-roomed tin house in Muradi village in Mathare 4A slum. His mother died when he was only 5.
My mother went out to look for supper. I was left sleeping. There was a burning candle. When I was about to climb down, the fire catch my sweater, which burnt me my left hand and my eyes. My mom passed when I was 5 years old. Growing up without my mother at home was hard. My sister, who is at standard 7, will go to school. My father goes struggling. Our house will remain how it was until evening. It will be elter-skelter, dirty, and the neighbor will look down upon us.
Brian's elder sister Lucy takes the responsibility of a mother to her 4 siblings while still in teenage.
Life here is not easy. There are many bad groups out here who want you to join them. If you are not careful, you might end up joining them. So the most important thing is how careful you are when choosing friends. Many of friends are not good. They encourage bad habits.
It was his sister Lucy who became known as his mother in the school because she was proactive in negotiating with the head teacher of Destiny Junior Education Center.
So the sleeping arrangement, we can't fit in the 6 of us. The room is quite small. So behind this curtain is a bed where my dad sleeps. So my dad borrowed a neighbor's place. So that is where my 2 sisters and I sleep. Brian sleeps on that chair.
Although Brian had been sent home for 2 months for lack of fees prior to sitting KCPE, he managed to score 355 marks in KCPE. Brian is confident and was the school president for 2 years. He won many trophies in debating and is good in sports as well as art and design.
People do look at me like I'm different, but me, I see myself as I am like them because I can write, I can read, and I can see. When I grow up, I want to be a lawyer so that as many people as possible to get fair trials as justice prevails.
Brian owes his success to Wings to Fly alumnus Josiah Gatabi, an automotive engineering diploma student at Technical University of Kenya and an Equity TVET scholar.
Brian would be like, Mwalimu, 350 lazima. Mwalimu, 350 lazima. Mwalimu, Wings to Fly. Mwalimu, Equity. And I would also give him testimonies about my life and the things I've done, the things I've seen, and where I've come from with Equity Bank Group Foundation and where I'm heading to. And also telling him that I'm a TVET scholar and my school fee is being paid by Wings to Fly, it would encourage him.
I will like Equity to give me this chance of Wings to Fly, to continue on with my education, and to be a responsible person in society.
Rogers Munene Njuki lost his ailing mother in June 2020. She had single-handedly cared for the children since her husband abandoned the family and no relatives showed interest in their welfare.
Chakula ndo sistangu anafanya shopping, tena natafuta pesa, naenda kufanya shopping.
Rogers lives with his elder sister in Waroko near Kangemi in Nairobi. He had dropped out of Bright Rose boarding school in Chuka, where his mother used to pay his school fees before she lost her job due to illness.
In the period mom was sick, in class, it was hard to concentrate in class. Nikitoka shuleni kuja home juu ya homework, so unaona watoto wanasumbua. Like sana nilikuwa nafanya homework kutoka saa 3 hapo temo melala hadi saa 5 hapo sana. Then niliona mama anazidiwa, alikuwa anasema mkono inaumia huku. Saa ningekuja namfanyia massage huku. After na anasema hizi kafua nguo na nisaidia kufua, kuosha vyombo.
Mimi ni one of the nyumba 10 committee nasimamia cluster C. Mimi nikitembea tulikuwa tuna count nyumba. Tukicount nyumba ndio nilienda nikakuta mama yao ni mgonjwa, which is nilikuwa namjua kama friend but sikuwa nimeacha akiwa mgonjwa in that case. Nikakuta akiwa mgonjwa, kijana huyu Rogers ako kwa nyumba hapo. Nikajaribu kuuliza why Rogers ako kwa nyumba na ni wakati wa shule. Akanielezea, nikasikia hiyo kitu imenitouch. Nikamwambia nitaona venye nitafanya. Shule hata wakiwa na meeting, wakiwa na anything, I'm the one wali call.
We had about 5 or 6 bursary students, and Rogers was one of them, and we are very proud. He was our number 1 with 388 marks. He has been called to a very nice school in Meru, and we are very hopeful that Equity will help him to get to that school and make a difference in Rogers' life. Rogers was a son of a single mother who came down with cancer.
Roger's sister has been forced to wear the big shoes of her late mother and take care of her siblings in addition to her own 2 children.
Before mama gonjeke, alikuwa anafanya kazi ya upishi. Na pia at the same time alikuwa anafanya pia housekeeping. Ya hiyo time alikuwa analipa mshahara poa. Alikuwa ametuweka maisha fiti sana. Hatakuwa tunakosa anything. Yeye alikuwa tu ana survive hata bila usaidizi hata wa babangu. Alikuwa tu sawa, kanisomesha high school, nikamaliza, akanipeleka uni. Na mimi kama sasa nimebaki kama mama ya brother zangu. Ngangana tu at least tuishi maisha yenye mama alikuwa ametuweka.
I wish to sincerely thank our head teachers. Some of our head teachers are very passionate, looking for scholarship, and especially Wings to Fly. Equity Wings to Fly is very popular, and we find the head teachers, all of them would like their children to go there. Why? Because they know they will not only get the school fees that they need, but there is also mentorship. Because most of our children actually need mentorship.
Two women have tried to play the role of Jaylene Atieno's mother, who died when Jaylene was only 4 years old.
My name is Jaylene Atieno. I went to Kameve Catholic Primary School. I got 396 in my KCP exams. I live with my sister at Riverbank. Riverbank is in Embakasi, near Tasia.
Her father doesn't have job. So in class 8, we found that they are having problems of getting the meals as well as paying the rent. The school had to chip in to find for her home where she can stay so that she cannot be disrupted when she was attending her, preparing for her national exam. One of our teacher mother, was ready to host her in her home.
Before she came, I talked with my children and I told them, we are going to have another sibling. My second daughter, she was lady, and she told me, Ma, even if she doesn't have enough clothes, I'll share with her. If they don't have a meal, she usually come and tell me we have not taken our breakfast or we have not taken our lunch. So I give them something, I give her something to eat, and if I have more, I give her to take to her sister.
While Jaylene proved to be a brilliant student, she kept missing school and the teachers would ask her father to get her back to school.
I used to get stressed. I used to think about myself. I could tell God, why me? See, the suffering was too much. Sometimes even I almost gave up with life. Just used to get out from the house, go and walk around, then come back in the evening.
Teacher Martha Nduta has 4 children of her own, but she did not hesitate to house Jaylene for 2 school terms as she prepared to do her KCPE. Jaylene's father, who most times works at construction sites as a casual laborer, said he hopes that Equity will help Jaylene so that she can in turn help her siblings.
Mimi nimeshukuru sana kwa watu wa Equity, wamejali mtoto yangu. Sasa mimi sitasema ni mtoto yangu, wamejali familia yangu. Mtoto akisoma nyumbani, itakuwa sasa mimi ndio nimesoma. So mimi furaha yangu ya kwanza, mtoto yangu amepita mtihani na watu wa Equity wamesikia kilio changu. Wamesponsor mtoto yangu ataanza form 1. Hiyo ndio ile furaha yangu kabisa.
Jaylin now lives with her elder sister together with her husband and 2 children. None of them has gainful work.
If I get this chance, one day I'll come to help other kids from the slums. I'll pay their school fees. I'll do some projects in the slums which may help the people.
Lilian Akoth hails from Kisumundogo village in Korogosho and lives with her single mother.
Kuna watoto 4. Lilian ni mtoto wa 3. Naishi naye peke yangu, nafuanga huko kia Michael. Hiyo ndio mapato yangu yenye napatia nayo nini na watoto, nalisha nayo watoto wangu. Leo nifue, narudi hapa saa 9. Saa zingine kesho nikose, kesho ingine tena nipate, inaenda hivyo hivyo. Alikuwa ananiambia mam, nitasoma na nitapita mtihani. Kwa hivyo nilikuwa natarajia kama nimepata pesa kidogo naweza mpeleka shule ingine ile kama boarding, juu hii area sio vizuri sana na watoto wasichana.
Lilian, whose dream is to become a doctor, applied for the Wings to Fly scholarship and was shortlisted for an interview.
I used to go in PCA Karibani North Academy and I'm 16 years old and I got 373 marks and I was the highest. Life is not that easy here. It's not comfortable as I would like to live. You cannot walk here and there at night. There's some bad boys who can even kidnap you or even rape girls. If I got this Wings to Fly scholarship, I will feel better because it can help my life a lot. My mom cannot afford the school fees paid in secondary years. He has gone through a lot when I was in primary school.
At only 15 years, Albert Ochieng has experienced more than his fair share of loss and abandonment. Albert and 2 siblings were left to fend for themselves after their father died in 2010. Their aunt delivered them to their late father's house in Shauri Moyo after the funeral, promising to return, but she never did. A neighbor took in the children 4 months later.
Niko na miaka 38, niko na watoto 5. 3 ni wa kulea, 2 ni wangu. Baba yao aliaga, nikachukua nikaamua kukaa nao. Wangu na baba yao ndio aliendanga mpaka leo hii kwa sababu ya nimechukua watoto wa jirani. Akaniambia unaonekana umekuwa tajiri, kwa hivyo nataka kulea mpaka wa jirani. Kununua nguo mimi ni ngumu. Wanatolewanga na watu huko nje. Mtu akiona kiatu yake imemchokesha, unasikia anamuita ama wanaletewa.
Albert, who wants to become a doctor, says he would like to get his family out of the informal settlement to a decent place.
Nilikuwa nasomea shule ya Mudhuru Primary School. Nilipata marks 286. Maisha huku ni ngumu sana. Nilikuwa na mahitaji mingi sana shuleni na sikuwa napata zingine. Kama saa ingine vitabu ni shida kupata. Saa ingine viatu, sare za shule pili kwa shida.
Nauza mawe Mudhuru hii ya mama kukula. Na ni kitu ya shilingi niweke kidogo na ingine kidogo ya kununulia chakula.
We have a Elimu scholarship which is a program from the government, and we are very happy because actually the government is supporting many kids.
These scholars are representative of thousands of others admitted to the Wings to Fly and Elimu scholarships countrywide, giving them an opportunity to pursue their dreams of a better life for themselves, their families, and communities. Speaking at the commissioning of the 2021 Elimu Scholars, Education Cabinet Secretary Professor George Magoha lauded Equity for running a fair and impactful scholarship program.
Dr. James Mwangi, I have recognized him because of the children and the manner in which he is telling the world that they are indeed intelligent Kenyans who have no tribe, they have no class, they are just human beings. Even before we started the Elimu scholarship, I was associated with the Wings to Fly program. And I realized that very poor kids from my village in Siaya were identified. He went and picked poor children, and they were picked on the basis of need.
Smile as you wave it. Hey, safi, safi, safi.
I have Eric Omondi from Kasarani next. Eric.
During the 2021 Nairobi commissioning of Wings to Fly and Elimu scholars, Equity Group Foundation Executive Chairman Dr. James Mwangi urged the scholars to take advantage of the mentorship and leadership development offered in the program.
We come with clean hearts to nurture you, to be like our children, and take advantage of that. The greatest component of this program is not about money. I've come to appreciate what children need most is not the assets we give them, is the love and affection and the counsel we give them. That will be plentiful.